Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be flipping through the month of March in my Passion Planner Daily. And I have to be honest, I kind of stopped planning in this towards the last, I would say 2-3 weeks of the month. And also with this month's Game Changer goal, this pretty much went out the window once we got the order to stay at home due to the COVID-19. So this month's game changer goal was to plan my son's 7th birthday, which we are going to be canceling. We actually never made any invites or anything. I just wanted to stay ahead of the game. His birthday is in May, but for sure that is, yeah, we're not doing that no more. And then I believe in the beginning of March, I was sick. We were at a wedding on February 22nd, and I remember a few days after that, I had gotten a really bad cold and cough, and honestly kind of freaked me out a bit after hearing about the coronavirus. But I was fine. I had no fever. It was just cold and a cough. But it lasted at least 2-3 weeks. So thankfully I'm all better, because otherwise I'd be really panicking right now about that, or more paranoid than I am. So March 1st, nothing really happened here. I think I just rested that day. And then on March 3rd, I think I made a note that I was sick, I think, on this day. Oh no, this was Tuesday. And then I did a recap on Monday, what happened on that day. Had a couple calls from our pediatrician and our dentist, which also those appointments got canceled. And then, oh, and I also signed up for a free webinar about it's called the Financial Coach Master Training. It's by Dave Ramsey, and it was just something I've been looking into to become a financial coach. Just so I get a little bit more information about it. I'm still kind of thinking about it, and maybe even thinking about saving for it, and we'll see how it goes once I save up the money for it. And then for this date, yeah, it's still pretty much the same how I used it in February. I used it for just how it is: game changer goal, personal to-do list, all of my hobby stuff down here, gratitude box, a water tracker, or water tracker here, and then tracking my sleep down here. I also stopped. I don't really take as much notes if I don't need to take any notes, I feel like. And then this was the day of the webinar, and I did take some notes down on that, and it was actually at 5 o'clock in the morning, my time. Oh, and this was the night of my son's glow party, which I was kind of bummed I wasn't able to go. It was supposed to be for the moms to go, but the mom and son party. But since I was sick, I didn't want to go and try to get anyone sick or anything like that. But luckily, my husband was able to go, and they had so much fun. And what else? Oh, and Saturday, we did book our Hawaii trip, which I think is pretty unfortunate, because soon after that, I think about a week after that, we had the order to stay home. And then I think after that, they were canceling flights and stuff. But our trip isn't set until September, so hopefully we'll be able to postpone it if we're still not able to fly out. But right now, we'll see what happens. What else? I feel like it's all over the place with this messy writing, but it made sense to me at the time. But now reading it, I'm just like, what the heck was I writing? Luckily, the park that I was trying to reserve tables for, the site was down, so I didn't reserve that. And then, what else this day? So this one was a Monday, and I don't think I planned again until Friday. So what I did was do a recap of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Wednesday, just kidding. I'm like trying to follow the arrows here. Tuesday was the first night that my 3-year-old slept in the same room as my oldest kid, who is going to be 7 soon. But his toddler bed was in our room, and we wanted to move it into his brother's room so they both can share a room. So the first night pretty kind of went smoothly. I think he only woke up once, and then I think what I try to do is make a note of when he would wake up. Even now, this was March 11th. That was what, 2-3 weeks ago. He still kind of wakes up in the middle of the night, and I think I think the bed that he just has is uncomfortable, and it's just loud. It's the bed that my 6-year-old used before, so I think it's just worn out. And then this one was pretty empty. I think I attempted to plan and just didn't check anything off. And I think since we found out that we had to stay at home, I changed my game changer goal to decluttering our kitchen. Oh, I think this was the day for sure. This was March 16th, the day before. This was the first week that they were to not go to school for like 2 weeks. Although now it's extended until, I believe, until fall semester begins. I made myself a to-do list of what to print out, things to get organized for the next day. And then on this day was the first official day of homeschooling, and what our school district did and our school did was send us a template of like a mock schedule of what to follow for now. It is March 31st now, and I think that the teachers had enough time to kind of put together their lesson plans, and every week now we are getting my school is sending us it's called a Daily 6, and it's like in a chart format, Monday through Friday. Okay, I went to go grab it real quick so you kind of see what I'm talking about, but this is the second week of us having this, and this helps out a ton because it's something that they kind of use, or the kids use in the classroom already, so they're familiar with it. And so what we do, so it's from Monday through Friday. It has like a reading daily that's the teacher always recommends to read every single day, which we do. And then the subjects are working on writing, math, listen to reading, and then there's also STEAM and music and movement. So this is really helpful because we just honestly just follow this. So I don't have to try to create a lesson plan or anything for him. So that was a huge help. And then I think for the 2 weeks I feel like I was on my own, kind of going off of what the school recommended. And then for this day, I decided to put a little bit of our own Philippine history lesson in here. I mean, just something fun, I think, because I do want to teach him more about where his family is from. So that's why I kind of drew this out when I was kind of used it to talk to him about, like, our Philippine flag was one of the activities. So, and kind of explaining to him what it stood for. And yeah, so that's what we did. And then this was the day also that we hadn't got an email from his dentist to cancel his oral surgery, which kind of sucks as we already had paid for half of the surgery. But I guess once we pick up the appointment, we won't have to worry about that payment. So, and then I also had to cancel his pediatrician appointment as well. So that was this day. And then here on this part, I did do a little bit of a brain dump of how I would like to use my Passion Planner Daily for the new quarter for April, May, and June, because as you guys know, one Passion Planner Daily holds enough for 3 months worth of daily planning. So the next one will be for April, May, and June. If you haven't seen my video where I set up the back of my Passion Planner Daily for the month of April, I did talk a little bit about how I would want to use it. So yeah, if you guys want to watch that video. And I'll also keep doing flip throughs as well, so you can kind of see how I transitioned over to using it a different way if you guys are at all interested in that. But since I am planning again in my Passion Planner Weekly for productivity things like to-do lists and stuff for my son's school appointments and all that kind of stuff again, I wanted to use my daily a little bit differently. and I think this might have been the last day that I planned in this, and I just made a huge to-do list. And I think that's it. So let me skip over to the self check-in, which I do suck at doing these, but I decided to do it for this month. I actually did it real quick right now before I filmed this video. And so on here it says what's on your mind. And then I put down, lately I've been feeling frustrated with myself for not sticking with my morning routine, and used the being sick as an excuse for most days. And the most memorable moment for me for this month is moving my 3-year-old's bed into his big brother's room, because I think it's going to be nice for them to share a room together. Accomplishments that I'm proud of, there's 2 things. One is I got through the first 2 weeks of homeschooling. I did get a bunch of help though from my husband, because he was home for 2 weeks. He was injured, but still he was able to help out with trying to keep my toddler entertained, and then we kind of tag teamed a little bit with homeschooling and our kids, and our toddler, I mean. So that helped out a lot. And then the second one is paying for our Hawaii trip with cash. This is the second big trip I feel like we were able to pay with cash. The last one, or the first one, was our Philippines trip, and we are a family of 4, which isn't cheap, so I'm very proud of that. And then how I've grown, or biggest lesson that I learned for this month, is for sure I feel like I'm always relearning this, and I know I feel like I know better. And I put down, I am more productive when I am up before everyone gets up. I know this, yet I still hit the snooze button. And so what ends up happening is we all get kind of lazy and cuddle. Like my son or my boys will come into our bed and we'll just lay there. So I'm trying to make it a habit to maybe do that only on the weekends. And then Monday through Friday, go back to how it was before, when I was dropping off my son to school and waking up before him and getting, his school stuff ready, his lunch ready, and breakfast ready, and all that stuff. So yeah. That is pretty much it for this video. Actually, let me show you guys how I planned, show you guys how I planned so far in my daily planner, since I actually woke up this morning before my alarm went off. So if you follow me on Instagram, I did put on my Insta stories that I actually wrote down April 1st. I really thought today was April 1st. And then when I looked at my calendar, it said Tuesday, March 31st. So yeah. And so how I have this set up for right now is I am doing the Savers routine, and I'm doing it in the morning. I'm using this section for now for my affirmations, and I was able to fit in a quote or let me show you. I have this calendar that I bought. It's the You Are a Badass. If you guys are familiar with that book, there is a calendar version of it, and there's like daily kind of badass quotes, I guess, that is supposed to be motivating. So that's what I have, and that's what I put down over here for now. Some of it's a lot longer than others, so I'm pretty sure I'll have to move that over here. And then I do have the gratitude box still, and I'm still keeping my sleep, tracking my sleep here, water here. And then what I had planned to do for this side is to journal at night or throughout the day with how my day has been, or how my day went, how I'm feeling, and that kind of stuff. And also, once I'm done with my daily devotion for Lent, I'm probably going to move in here for my daily devotion. So we'll see how that goes. And then I also wanted to quickly show you guys, sorry, this video is going to be a little bit longer than I thought, but with the affirmation part, I was never really good at this, because I felt like I was always constantly Googling something that would just kind of make sense to me, and I just kind of fall into this rabbit hole of just searching and searching. So what I did was compiled a bunch of my favorite mom affirmations, and made cards for them. So that way I can just choose from this. And then what I'm going to do, depending on how I feel, I'm probably going to stick with one affirmation a week. And these are, I didn't make any of these affirmations up. I just Googled them, and I found a bunch out there. So that's what I have set up. And yes, okay, so that is pretty much it for this video. If you guys stayed till the end, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Have a great one, guys. Bye.